Today is kind of a planning phase. We're going to figure out how to build the bump out and position the roof. Hey guys, we're out huckleberry picking right now.
So this evening we came out with Cause We Can't and Waking Up Country to look for some huckleberries. Just finding them. They're just all over on this mountaintop. Okay, so far on our hunt, we found this many. Matt, of course, has another bag of them. But anyway, it's been really nice out here. It's nice and cool.
Getting pretty stormy here. Well, we were planning on getting some work done today. We were looking at the outside, trying to figure out how we're going to do the bump out, and then we thought about putting the window in upstairs in the loft. And it's getting really windy, starting to rain, and so we don't want to be cutting holes in the side of the house. So this might be a day where we just kind of sit things out and let the weather blow over. The wind is knocking off pine cones from the tree and they're falling on the ground behind me. That's pretty crazy.
Look at the sizes of these. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but I think these are just so cool looking. They're about the same size of my hand, as you can see.
It's still pretty windy. For downtown Sandpoint, we're gonna go try to find my brother a Idaho hat. We're a little early. Things open up around like 10 o'clock here. It's a little overcast today. The mountain looks beautiful. I like towns that have this alley art. Boise has a nice freak alley with similar kind of artwork.
So I'm going to go down here to see if the chocolate shop is still open. Bigfoot bar.
Ooh, Bugfit. Spicy pickle cotton candy. Well, we didn't find any hats that we liked, and Brenda didn't find any chocolate, so we're gonna keep looking.
Yeah, because I just was looking for a chocolate apple that I actually seen online on Facebook that they were showing that they had it in the Cedar Bridge stores.
Well, we found a hat, but we had to travel a little bit to get them.
Yep, we came to Coeur d'Alene. We had good luck.
Brenda is cleaning up the lumber, getting the decking kind of cleaned up. So inside the cabin, my wall is 8 feet tall, and where it touches over here in the corner, you can see the board outside. That's how tall the wall is. I need to figure out how to slope my roof away from the foundation. Okay, I'm gonna show you the issue that I'm facing, or what I'm trying to figure out. So you can see right here, there's like 3 feet from the edge. And in one of our videos, we made a mistake. We were gonna put the edge like right here, and we had to move it over this way. And at the time, I didn't know how high this wall was gonna be and where the arch was gonna touch. Like I showed you on the inside of the cabin, this would be the 8-foot wall. So this is 8 feet right here, and you can see where it hits right here. So if the top of the roof is here and it sheds down towards you, that would be like a 1/12 pitch, which I could do. The other option is, moving it up here, building it out, and then this would have to be, this triangle would have to be filled in, cut this metal so we can make that work. And the other option is moving this up and putting it at an angle like this and having it slope behind me so it sheds away from this side of the foundation. And so we're going to discuss those options today. All right, so you see this is where the opening is, but this is just an opening to get in and out while we're building. This isn't actually where the door is going to go, but when I framed the end caps, I just didn't know where it was going to go, so we just left it open. But it's probably going to be shifted over maybe about a foot this way, and we'll build a door in. So it's not going to affect this wall, but I just wanted to point out that this is just an opening so that we can go in and out while we're building. Well, you may be asking, how come we didn't plan for that, or don't you have any engineering plans? Well, we don't need engineering plans in our county, and I thought I'd compensated for that, but I really didn't think about the roof line. Well, I did at the time when we moved it over, but I thought we had more height, so we're gonna have to deal with that. But I do have a friend coming over, another YouTube channel, who's a builder, and he's gonna stop by and we're gonna address it.
Hi, Bella.
Well, I have Tim from Modern Mountain Living over here. He's explaining to me how I should possibly do my bump out, so I'm gonna have him explain it to you.
So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to give you any answers, but maybe just more questions, because the options are yours. But a double compound cut, if it's going this way, or if you do a single slope like that, you're still going to have a penetration in the metal right there and continue out because of where the wall is, and you want to extend out further so that you have a bit of soffit and overhang for your snow. The big thing is just to kick it all out. But I think if you were to cut some of this, cut it back about 3/4 of an inch and bend it up, even though you want to terminate right here, you don't want to cut all the way there because the water will come in right there. You want to come out here and bend it up and then put a trim piece later that'll cover all. That's going to be kind of ugly, but you want it to work first and then make it pretty. Just more questions.
So I'm trying to figure out how many studs I need for each of these directions here. Math is hard. And how tall the wall's going to be. It's going to be 8 feet. And I'm figuring out my rafter length on how to do that. And then my overhang for the soffit. I think we're going to do 24 inches on this side and then 16 inches on that side. So I'm just trying to figure out the math so we can go to Home Depot and buy our lumber. Well, I think I got my numbers figured out. Hopefully, I might be short some there, but I got 37 studs I need to get, 10 pieces of siding, 9 pieces for the roof, 17 rafters, and 2 ledger panels. They're going to be like 2x10s, and then my top plate and bottom plate. That's what I need to go pick up. So need to go do a lumber run. Hopefully I've thought of everything, get some fasteners and stuff like that. And then we can get started building this bump out. Here's our load of lumber. 2x4s are underneath, but we got our plywood and some of the studs that we're gonna need and our ledger board for our roof. And while we were gone, our neighbor came over with his tractor. He was doing a little bit of dirt work for us. I'll show you what he's doing.
We had this big berm, like a little hill right here, and we just want to get it smoothed out so that it's easier if we have, you know, friends or family come over to have a travel trailer park here. So it makes it a lot easier for them to level it.
So I'm gonna try to rake some of this high spots and some of the grass out. And he said he was gonna come back over in about 40 minutes or so. We have a monkey. My neighbor's back over working next to the house, but he came back and finished this grade. Hopefully that shows up on the camera. It's pretty level. We still have a little bit of a hump, but that's good for drainage. They drag both sides of this. I think it looks pretty good. Getting the dirt pushed back up next to the foundation. So we have the side of this house graded a little bit. It's not completely finished, but you know, we kind of put the dirt back up and kind of have a slope. We still got to work on it. Where I'm standing is still a little bit high, so he's gonna come back and finish that. I really appreciate my neighbor coming over and doing this for us. Just kind of watering it down a little bit just to keep the dust down. Had to go pick up some more lumber. Brenda and I got to talking last night, thinking things over about building the outside bump out, and we decided that we're going to use 2x6s and frame that just to keep it consistent with the whole house and for insulation purposes. So we picked up this today. This is the 2x6s, and we got some 2x6x12s for the top and bottom plates. And then what we picked up the other day, we're gonna use for inside framing. These are 2x4s.
So right now I am putting on the edge guard that goes on the end of these panels so that you do not get cut. And it's tightly formed on here. So I want to get this up here so we do not bump on these panels so we don't get cut.
How far up does it go?
It goes about 3 panels worth.
So about 8 feet?
Yeah, they're about that size, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is this stuff pretty easy to put on?
It is, until you just get to these overlap panels, just because they're not straight on. Not
seated closely.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
Yeah.
You got your muscles.
I do.
So Tim came over from Modern Mountain Living, kind of gave us a whole bunch of ideas. So thank you, Tim. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. I'll leave a link below. But trying to figure out how we want to do this bump out. This is 12x16, and I've been losing sleep over it, talking to Brenda about it. Just trying to come up with an idea so I don't have to pierce the metal, the side of it. And I think I came up with an idea, and Brenda doesn't have to change the inside layout, so that makes her happy.
Yes, it does.
And so now we got to get the floor marked so we can start laying out the lumber, and that'll probably be in the next video. But right now I kind of want to show you what my idea is, and then you can leave some comments below. We got this doorway here, and this is actually where a closet's going to be now. So where this board is, it's about 4 feet over. I don't have it against the wall, but just imagine. And this will be the 12x12 wall. So from here going this way and boxing around will be a 12x12 box. And then this area, which is be 4 feet, will be like a closet, and we'll enter the closet from inside this way. So we'll put a door here, and then this will be closed off. And then if you scan up, this is about 11 feet, a little bit taller, but the very top of that will be the top of the roof, that shed roof that comes out. So it's going to go like this, you know, up there, and it'll go over about 12 inches. So that way I have about this far from my edge paneling there, which gives enough, I think, enough room for the snow to fall back down. And so it'll be over here like this. Now on the 4-foot part right here, we're gonna build out a roof that goes like this and goes over to the 4 feet, and then, you know, it'll come down like this and then shed right down on the ground and away from the house. But that's the plan that we came up with. That way I don't have to pierce the metal up there. I don't want to deal with that kind of headache, and we don't have to change the design on the inside. We just have to lower the ceiling part on the 4-foot and put an angle like this on it, and we're still good putting the shed roof out to the end of that, out to the end. And we're going to try to get that framed up and built next week. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and following us along on our journey.
We really appreciate you watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below because we really truly like reading your comments. And tomorrow is Matt's birthday.